maybe $700-800.
Okay, this is worth probably in the area of about $4,000 to maybe $4,500. Very nice.
You are kidding.
I'm not kidding. And you know, it's great that it's really just you're the second owner since the Shakers. That's great.
That is a shock.
Now, I have to add, Pat, I'm over here looking at this neat thing, but if that piece you were looking at had its original yellow paint,
Yeah.
it probably would be $40,000. Probably
Ooh.
30 to 40 with the yellow paint, but your parents didn't take it off, and
No.
neither did you, so nobody's to blame, right?
Right.
Yeah, right.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, you didn't do it, but it's still $4,000, not bad. Now, this is nice because I'm looking at it, and these look like, and I'm going to open it up, they look like 18th century New Hampshire drawers from a New Hampshire highboy. And do you see how these are fitted to look like, they're carved to look like three drawers, but it's actually one? And here's the fan, and this is a typical New Hampshire fan. And it's made into, these two drawers were made into a table sometime in the mid-19th century. And it has a great look. Where'd your dad get it?
He bought that right down here in Bristol.
Right in Bristol, so
Yeah,
it's a local piece.
it's a local piece.
Where they used some old drawers and made it into a new form.
Well, look at
which is
this.
neat. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
now my favorite piece.
This Lee and I grew up with stoneware, right, Lee?
Oh, yeah, we grew up with this. Now,
Yeah.
wait, what are you doing with umbrellas in this? Huh?
I keep asking myself that.
You keep asking yourself.
My sisters did it, not me.
Yeah, okay, all right. Well,
I'll
it
blame
does
them.
a good job here with umbrellas in it. But now the mark here is J and E Norton, which is Julius and Edward Norton, Bennington, Vermont,
Yeah,
right?
right.
They worked only from 1850 to 1859.
That's right.
And most commonly we see flowers and birds and all that. This one with the deer, is great. Where'd you get it?
Dad bought that down in New York, up in the Hudson River at an antique place.
When? Sometime?
This is 1940.
In the 40s. Okay.
And he
do
paid
you remember-
$8 for it.
Paid
$8.
$8.
You know what it's
$8.
worth?
Okay. Okay. Let
Well,
me.
I
let
bet
me
I could get these four.
Well, let me tell you.
400.
Let me tell you. We love stoneware, as Leslie said. This is something that we're passionate about. I even collect it today because it has the deer, the trees, the fence. A piece like this is worth about $4,000 to $4,500. This piece.
That piece.
Your umbrella stand.
My
Yeah.
umbrellas.
Holder.
I'm not putting umbrellas in that anymore.
Now it's got a
No.
little bit of a stain on it, which takes
Yeah.
away the value. It probably would be a few times
What
that.
kind of a stain would that be?
This is like a water stain. It came up when it was in the basement at some point. That's why that two-tone is there.
Oh.
It would be worth a lot more if
I
it
thought
didn't
that
have a
happens.
stain.
Pat, what
it's
about
not.
these chairs? Now, did
Yeah,
these come from
they
the same?
also same place.
The same
Shake-
source.
yep.
You have this here with these very distinctive Canterbury lemon finials, very shaker feature. What I love about this one is the Shakers made a patent on these tilters, and actually it's a leather
Oh, I didn't
thong
notice that.
inside, and it's a patent they had. And it would keep them, because rockers would scratch the floors. So they used these so the chair could tilt literally back without scratching the floor.
I never noticed that.
It's maple and birchwood, and this one you have is almost like a companion one with rockers. The amazing thing is they still have their original tape loom seats. Now look under here, I'm going to show you the original color. See that?
Oh,
See,
yes.
it's faded from the
yes,
light,
Yeah.
but it's really a bright color. The Shakers like bright colors. Probably worth about $2,000 for the two of them.
For the two of them.
Yeah, the two. Speaking
Exactly.
of chairs, I like this one over here.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah, this is nice. This is nice. This is nice. Another piece your dad collected, or what?
Yeah, he collected that down in
Okay.
New York.
Okay. All right.
And he
Yep.
bought that probably in about 30, 35.
30 or 35.
Yeah.
Well, this type of chair was really popular in the 1930s, and this is called a Brewster type
Brewster,
chair. Have you
that's-
heard that?
yes, I have.
Okay, and named after John Brewster,
Yeah.
and this is generally describes a 17th century style chair. This was probably made. I don't know if did you ever wonder how old it is or what?
I've wondered. Oh, yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Do you think it's old or real old?
I think it's old, but I'm
Okay,
not sure.
all right.
I can't be sure.
It has a great look, but this was probably made sometime in the 19th century during the revival for the Pilgrim style, from the 17th century. Probably made then. Wallace Nutting, the man who reproduced furniture in the early 20th century, made copies of these in the 30s and sold them for $50 each. Today they bring in a couple $1,000s.
Yeah.
This is worth probably around that, around $2,000 to $3,000
Oh.
as a wonderful copy.
Hey, look at this.
Okay.
Come on in here, the dining room. Look at this cabinet in here.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Pat, this is actually
More
a
shaker.
pretty rare form of shaker. It's a work counter. They did all kinds of things. See, this slides out to do work. So the shaker elders and eldresses would do work on these. Cabinet with drawers, and it even has a side door. Tell us where you got this.
Again, the same place.
Same
Got
place.
it. Yeah, they were very fond of the Shakers down in Canterbury.
So was this right in the community?
That
this
was
piece?
right in, yes. And that was in one of the rooms again.
Okay.
In one of the rooms.
Okay, the great thing about the Shakers, they really believed that God was going through them, through their body, and actually through their hands as they made the pieces. So the meticulous quality.